Hey guys, this is Cobra SDR coming at you. This is my first video. I just wanted to do a test video to see how Xfire was going to record on my laptop. And see how it was going to affect my FPS and overall gameplay. I know I reduced the settings, so it's probably not going to be as high quality as it could be. But anyway, so I just did a custom game with bots, and you can see here I'm running around. Just waiting for minions to spawn to see exactly which lane everybody's going to take. And in my haste, I actually forget to buy items, so I end up going back for that, and then I end up going top with Sivir. Now you'll see throughout this video, I bring up the tab menu a lot, and it's because Xfire pretty much told me a dirty lie and said that more or less, if I press tab, I could just voice over my videos that way. I haven't exactly done a whole lot of recording and things like that. So anyway, over here I'm just checking out the map. I think I'm pointing out here with the tab menu up that seeing Nasa's mid is quite unlikely, and to have Soraka go mid as a support against Nasa's is almost the most unlikely possible situation. But anyway, so yeah, you'll see that tab menu come up with me trying to explain things. Anyway, so the first thing I take, the first ability is Shunho. You can see my items. I bought Boots of Speed, and then I went with 3 health pots. That's usually my my starter build. Actually here I get caught with no cooldowns. And if I remember correctly, I don't. Oh yeah, no, I end up using a health pot and regaining my health there. But one thing I want to point out is that you never want to chase, especially early game, because to have the enemy champions get fed really early is just never a good thing, and you'll end up losing your lane significantly and falling right behind. So here I'm just letting I think I used up all 3 of my health potions, and so I'm just sitting here trying to last it as much as possible. I know the start of my build after the Boots of Speed is I go with Hextech Revolver for the obvious spell vamp. Actually here I Shumpo in, kill Shen, and then the tower gets me there. Which is alright. I mean, the death isn't going to matter because it doesn't add to their gold at all, because it was a turret kill. There was no assist on it or anything. So, but you can see here, yeah, I'm narrating and I'm saying that the first thing I end up building is the Hextech Revolver. So I start with an amplifying tome. I think I forgot to grab health pots, so I think that's eventually what kills me again. I think I get up to about 3 deaths before I start smartening up here. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just talking a little bit about items. Man, I wish my tab button had worked, but for some reason it just wouldn't record that way. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about her ability. Shunpo is basically a flash with damage. I mean, you Shunpo in, and you can Shunpo to either an enemy champ or a friendly minion or champion, and so it's definitely helpful. I mean, especially with her passive. Her passive basically is that on any kill or assist, you gain 25 extra gold, and your cooldown's reduced by 15 seconds. So essentially, you can Shunpo in for the kill and then Shunpo out if you're going to turret dive, because your cooldown refreshes right away. Now her W, I don't remember what it's called, but it just kind of vamps her abilities. She for the most part in my build you'll be using it right before you Shunpo in, because you take 35% reduced damage upon Shunpoing in. Now I know there's a big debate about whether or not you should attack damage Katarina as opposed to AP. Now the reason I go AP is because with the spell vamp you still end up with, of course spell vamp is the life steal for your abilities, but Shunpo is kind of the focus of my build, and it scales off of AP. And in the long run you end up with higher damage output, or a little bit less higher damage output, but it costs you less gold to finish your build, which kind of helps things out there. Wow, I'm kind of all over here. I didn't. Cat's ulti is Death Lotus. She centers her focus. I'm not exactly sure what the whole what the little tab says, but more or less she throws out 10 blades in rapid succession that targets enemy champions, and this happens over a period of about 5 seconds. Yeah, you can see I died there. Not good. I ended up trying to Shunpo in. I don't know what I was doing there. But like I said, right around 3 deaths is when I start smarting up, and I think actually the 3rd death was my last one. But anyway. So yeah, essentially your combo is to use bouncing blades, which is her Q, and it sends out a blade and it bounces from enemy to enemy, and causing reduced damage every time it jumps, but significant burst damage, and it's good for killing the entire creep wave as you scale into late game there. Yeah, here's my tab menu. I'm thinking that I could record voice. But anyway, back to my AP versus AD. You end up with more damage, and it puts your focus on your Shunpo ability, which is always good because it essentially it's so versatile. You can chase with it. It's high damage in late game, and you can also use it as essentially a flash. I've seen more skilled players even go as far as to they'll carry a ward with them, and they'll throw the ward out as far as they can, and then Shunpo to it as kind of a flash, and it's kind of cheap there. Yeah, you see me harassing E there. So her combo basically goes, you jump in with a bouncing blade just for damage purposes, and then you hit your W, so you take 35% reduced damage with your Shunpo, and then you Shunpo in. You try to focus a squishy, and then you hit your ulti once you see them getting a bit lower, because by the time you Shunpo in, your cooldown on your bouncing blade should have well, it should be done. So you should be able to Q with your bouncing blade, then W to take 35% reduced damage with your Shunpo, and then fire off another Q, and then hit ulti, and then you should, and this works deadly in late game. You do, I think your combo ends up being roughly 1500 damage even before you hit Shunpo, or sorry, even before you hit Death Lotus, your ulti, and if you're only around 1 champion there, you all 10 blades hit him, and I think at the when I finish my build, you end up with each blade doing just over 200 damage. So that's essentially upwards of 2,000 damage if you can hit them with all the blades. One thing you do gotta watch out for though is you gotta make sure that you place yourself accordingly, because you need to stuns will stop your ulti, knockbacks, slows don't do anything, fears will. So you kind of just gotta put yourself in a position where you're not vulnerable to stuns and things like that, unless you can fire off a couple of blades without quickly get the kill before they have a chance to stun you. And if you do get stunned, normally when it hits sucks, it's the worst feeling ever, but if you get stunned, you just your Q and your E should be off cooldown, so you can fire off your Q, and that bounces of course from enemy to enemy, and does significant damage, and then you can pick off a squishy with your Shunpo. Yeah, you can see here, I'm just heading back. I think I have enough gold here to buy a Hex Tech revolver, and I think I might even buy my boots now. I'm not sure, but you'll see